What's up, folks? It's been a little bit. Maybe it's been a long bit. Either way, it's good to see you again. I've been gone, and during that time, I had a lot of requests to check out some new music from Otto. Obviously, we're going to do that. I'm very excited, but like ultra excited because apparently these songs are her compositions, so I really want to know what those are all about. I'm looking at the video description here. It has her listed as vocals, lyrics, and music. Now, I'm going to pronounce these names wrong. I apologize. Yoichi Takama on bass, Osamu Hutai on drums, Shinya Okuno on keyboards, and Ritsuru Mutsi on arrangement guitar and all other instruments. So I love the fact that like the session players, like all the studio musicians are listed there. I don't know if they're touring with her, but those are the folks that are on this track. That is super exciting. So anyway, Shoka, I'm excited. Let's go. Nice groove. And right into it. We kind of keep that rhythmic motif alive, though. Bass tone. Ooh. Oh, yeah, man. Surround sound, guitar stuff, beautiful. Nice little phrasing use. Beautiful legato, smooth. She sounds so great. Ooh, the rhythm of handshake there. We'll talk about it in a second. All right. Oh my God, we'll come back to the chorus in a little bit. Okay, what's not to love? There's a lot to talk about. First and foremost, first impression, hearing stuff that's generally 100% hers, love it. This is a huge runway. I hope she keeps writing compositions because, yeah, it's real nice. Okay, the beginning. Listen to this little groove. That little piece there. That hits, man. Yeah, and at first I thought, on the first listen, it felt kind of like a pizzicato, like not on a bass. Bass is too big, round tone, more like cello, but it feels like just little staccato bowings. And on the right side, you've got like, I don't know, like distorted cello with how that's like kind of being thrown at us. It's a very cool mix to give us because then it drops in. We get this big fill. And then that groove stays alive when all the other instruments join us. Like, it's very, very cool. One more time, we'll let it go on to the verse here. And obviously it changes tonal properties. Yeah, man. And then we're full send right here. That's beautiful bass playing. That's so groovy, man. Like I love that kind of stuff. First and foremost, Otto sounds amazing. Obviously, if you're a friend of this channel, you know we're always listening down. I'm not like discrediting vocals. My ears naturally go to the instrumental side. The bass player is just completely kick-ass. Like, it's so good that we come out of that hard groove in the beginning and there's like boop boop boom. There's all this space that just allows it to breathe and have move and groove and just kind of rock. And the guitar line is like, there's like this ebb and flow of like this surround sound experience that is just really, really, really nice. Let's just check out as we come out of this kind of like rock jam here and we get into the verse. Just listen to the basis and how this interacts with the rest of the rhythm section, obviously supporting her on the vocal line. Here comes our fill. Listen to the change. Yeah, man. And then completely different role. We come on this side of the verse and the bass player is much more active, giving us a more like round tone sound. We're articulating a lot differently. And it fills the void in a very, sorry, it's not even a void. It just fills the space in a very, very different way. Also, shout out to the drummer. I love the sound of the snare drum. We're not going to talk too much about snare drums. You can really manipulate the way you tune them, the way you adjust the guts. Like, the snare drum sounds like a snare drum just simply because you have metal basically metal strands. On the bottom, you can like change their tuning, how much or how little you want that pressing on there. Anyway, I like this kind of a dry, almost thuddy-like sound. It works really well for what we're doing. Okay, back 5 seconds. Let's keep going and see if we can get up to the maybe to the chorus. We'll probably stop because I feel like there's one other cool thing. Oh God, her vocal deliveries. I like the chicken scratch. Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool things. Sorry, I was like, there's one other thing. There's like 30 other cool things all times. Okay, other observation that's really nice. We're only a minute in, and she sounds so beautiful. Like there's so much stuff going on that makes her her. I was wondering what it would be like if she has full range of composition. We're not gonna have a music business discussion in this video. It's just really nice to see an artist that when they get, I don't know how familiar you are with the realities of artists and when songs are being done. Like the majority. Okay, maybe we take. I don't really. You know what? I don't know how that works in Japan. I'm very familiar with how it works in the West, but most of the people that you listen to, top 40, no one's writing their own tunes. Nobody does. None of that stuff's happening, man. That's all written by session people. It's very, very. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. But I was really curious. I was like, I'm going to know right away within the first like chunk of the song. Does she sound different, and does she sound the same with like her vocal prowess? Her prowess sounds amazing. So that made me really happy. I just want to put that out there. That's the obligatory like check. That is killer. Stuff that's going on here that's really cool. Just a simple little thing, just a little chicken scratch, just a muted guitar, just 4 notes, 4 16 notes, man. Like that's so cool. It's like punctuation within the phrase musically that just brings us into the next thing. Is that monumental, unique to this? No, but it's nice that it's in this. Does that make sense? We're just talking about the little ingredients that we're appreciating and that, just make it stand out and fun to listen to. I went back about 10 seconds. Right at it. Nice phrasing. That's cool. Bago do go bago go. Between the bass drop into that little triplet groove, then we get some drum stuff, and then the guitar responds to it. That's just a little simple call and response that makes it really, really engaging. And for me, when songs have these little cues present in them, that's why I go back to artists. I need little things like this. I can't just chill with a 4-bar repeated groove over and over and over. I need like musicianship. It's got to be there, man. We need multiple folks digging in and giving us stuff. Even if it's just, it's little and it works so well. So things like this in a song like this are really important to me. Okay, back a couple seconds. I promise you we'll get into this chorus this time. Here we go. You can really hear that snare drum there. That's a nice build. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. See, that's it. That's like a masterclass. That is a freaking masterclass in vocal phrasing, how you deliver those lyrics, the rhythms that we give to the audience, what we put in what she puts in our ears, and then the actual chaos that is going on underneath. There's a really, really extreme bright side of treble and all that. The guitar line's intense. It's back at 106, I think, is when the chorus drops. Let's just go back to 1 minute, and then we're going to stop a couple times in here and appreciate some of the chunks that are going on. Here we go. Hear that piano? Da da ga, da da ga, da da ga. That's obviously the implied vocal phrasing that we get like manipulations on that rhythm, but that kind of sticks with us through the majority of the chorus here, and it's very cool. Underneath that is a wall of sound, though. There's a lot going on. The bass player is really, really digging in. Drummers playing, and those guitar lines in a mix of all kinds of other stuff that, we just kind of hear like synthesized sounds that are happening. They're cool, though. They're just super bright. Like we talk about like how, or I talk about how when I hear sounds, they're pretty color related, like shapes and like just kind of like auras. When it's something like that, for me, that is like super bright white. It's like, dang, there's a lot to listen to. And I'm sure if we went back like 10 times, we could probably pick out 10 different things each time. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep going right now. I love the complete change up from anything that we've had suggested within the composition before to that. And then the glissando on the bass to come out of that. That was really cool. And it felt like we had like some circus keyboard organ parts going on. I don't know. That's 131. Let's go back to 115 and check out that chunk again, please. And thank you. It works. Let's keep going. Nice varieties within vocalization. Interesting. Wow. My brain got tickled right there. The panning, whatever effect that was, I can comfortably tell you, I don't think I've ever heard that effect someone used in a song before. That's pretty cool. The cross stick groove is cool. I love how out of the way we get, and there's some slap bass stuff going on, and then the vocalization that feels like we're underwater for a little bit. That's pretty cool too. I went back to 130. Kind of distorted whisper tones almost. Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite part of that because it's so, what's the word? I guess starved of volume in comparison to everything else we just had. Yet there's still so much stuff being said. One more time. 3 and. Yeah, I think that's really effective just for, I mean, it's all subjective, right? Of what your takeaways are. Often when you've had so much volume and so much ingredient layers kind of put in your ears, when you pull it all away and you just have like the cross stick on the drums, we got like kind of like almost like a bullhorn whisper tone distorted thing going on in the voice, and like these kind of like call and responses within like kind of trebly based wispy tones. Even though it's not a lot, it feels like a lot because it's such a drastic change in what was happening as far as a dynamic, just like the volume levels. That's, in my opinion, is super effective to kind of like pull you back in to be like, what's going next? Sorry, where are we going next? What is the next phrasing going to be? Bass is smooth as butter, man. That's, I mean, I'm not singing that right, obviously, but I just appreciate the difference in phrasing. How to bring us into the I don't think it's the underwater part. Maybe it is. 1, 2, 3, and. Dude, that's cool. That's really cool. Similar design, obviously. Halftime groove, obligatory. Ooh. It's the cage. Fucking A. Yeah, damn that. Okay, that segment is loud, man. When she's coming to Seattle July 2nd, I'm going to that show in Tacoma. Actually, that's gonna be great. Anyway, that segment is ridiculous. We get like this momentary departure from. Sorry, it's not just the dynamic. It's the, I don't know, rock element that is connected to that, because the guitar. I mean, easily enough, there's a lot of stuff that is red on the screen. It has that kind of aggression sound to it. I guess if you were to kind of describe what's going on, let's go back to like, I don't know, probably the 2:16 mark here. Here we go. So we can get the shift. Yeah, boom, wah, wah. You're getting that. The main guitar riff that you're hearing, it's mixed on the right side. The dominant voice there echoing that. The bass player is echoing that. But then there's like the far off, whatever, like harmonic side or synth stuff, whatever's going on, you know. It feels like another guitarist, but we're all really digging into that, and it's super, super, super treble bass. So like your highs and mids are getting blown out right there. Not in a bad way, just like you're definitely you're definitely getting dealt with at that moment. I'm going back 5 seconds. We'll keep going here. That's intense. The chorus effects. Oh, some variation on the left side that time. There it is. Oh. Elongation. Bado bidi dago garu bidi gada coming out of that bit. I'm glad we did the bookends. I love it when we get some cool thing that we hadn't heard in like 3 minutes. Well, if it's a video of mine, sorry, it's been like 15 minutes, but I apologize. There's a lot to go back and talk about. And there were some small little variations within the last phrase coming out there of everything that we had gotten the last, I don't know, maybe like 50 seconds. So that was really cool. Compositionally, there's so many things. I mean, that's why we do this kind of stuff, so you can catch all the materials. Sorry, I shouldn't say all. Catch a few of the materials that are in there in the layers. You got to go back multiple times to actually grab everything. And that, you know, you should definitely, in my opinion, you know, you should definitely, it's healthy to listen to music, you know, passively, chilling, you know, you're doing other things, but then go back and be super active, because you're going to grab, I mean, if you like the artist, I mean, if you don't like the artist, then maybe don't do it. But, you know, if you're invested, it just depends on how you appreciate, you know, this whole thing that is music. If you're into it, go back and listen actively so you can grab all the ideas that are in there, because a lot of times it's like, you know, it's like you're going to find that it feels like magic. You're like, oh, whoa, I didn't grab that the first time. It's like a little Easter egg. You're like, cool, that's there. You'll be surprised how many of those things exist. It's really, really cool. So anyway, what else? Tell me the next thing. There was 2, right? Is there another song that she's done that is definitely like her composition? I would love to hear what it is. Let me know in the comments down below, please, and thank you. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch. You can find a link for my socials down in the video description below. Please and thank you. Click the like button if you liked the video. Click the dislike button if you did not like the video. Subscribe if you want to catch the next one. I appreciate you being here. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these 2 videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.